When I got home tonight, I found a dead body watching my television.
There was no bullet hole, there was no blood.
I want to keep this quiet for 24 hours.
Failure to report a crime is a violation of the law.
He didn't know the body was going to disappear.
So you reported a woman missing?
Missing persons. This is a homicide.
Your alibi for last Friday night stinks.
I have nothing to say to you.
Do you intend to tell me who that man is?
I'll have to ask that you two keep my identity to yourself.
Connor?
You know, why is it all of a sudden I get the feeling we're in the big time here? Works for me.
Blade entered between the second and third ribs, straight into the heart.
Kitchen knife, jackknife, bowie knife, pen knife. What kind of knife we got here, Barney?
My guess is a stiletto, one-purpose knife. Purpose being to kill people. Wielded by an expert.
I'll call you later, Barney. Thanks.
Right.
His name is John Humphreys, home address Santa Clara, California, and the motive was not robbery. Take a look at that.
What did the proprietor say?
She just said the room was rented by a man. That's all she knew.
That's all she knew. Didn't she get a description of the guy?
No. Come on, I want to show you something. Mrs. Wallace, the proprietor, says that the window in the front is left dark on purpose. Renter comes in, pays in cash, of course, signs a card, Brown or Smith. He's got 2 hours to use the room. Always leaves a question about the license number blank. She takes the card, tosses it in the box, and that's it.
Can't you tell us who signed the card for room number 6?
She had 3 cards for room number 6 last night. None of them were signed John Humphreys. We do have all 3, so at least we can check them for prints. Go ahead, take a look.
Interesting, huh?
You people are running a police state. You're turning the entire city into a police state.
That's right, Mr. Bahona.
You've got laws for everything under the sun. When to go to sleep, when to get up, or when to eat. Where's it all going to end?
In a jail cell, Mr. Bahona. Just as soon as I finish this paperwork.
No, I can't wait another 6 weeks. When are we going to get our own fingerprint computer anyway? Thank you, okay. Hi, can I help you?
Sergeant McCall?
Yeah, that's me.
I know something about that murder at the Motel Exotica.
You were a customer at that hotel.
Yes.
You heard something in room 6.
Quarreling.
Quarreling. Man and the woman quarreling?
Two men quarreling.
What were they quarreling about?
I couldn't tell.
Was your TV set on? You know, I mean, in your room?
Oh, no. You can't get TV on it. Just those awful pictures.
Yeah, well, what did you hear?
One man, he spoke very low, the other one louder. He had a Russian accent, the loud one.
A Russian accent, not a Hungarian, a Bulgarian, Czechoslovakian, but a Russian one. Well, could you tell what they were saying?
No?
Did the gentleman who was with you hear this quarrel?
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
I can't tell you that.
He a married man?
Yes.
And your TV wasn't on?
Never. We go there because you don't have to pay for the whole night. It's only $20, and we always leave before our 2 hours are up.
Going to have his name, Eleni.
I'll help you all I can, but I won't tell you his name. I love him.
Oh, look, Miss Suhonen, we need all the help we can get out of this murder case, believe me. But how can you say one of the men had a Russian accent when you couldn't hear anything they were saying?
My father is from Finland, and my mother is from Russia. I know a Russian accent when I hear one.
Two men have the television set on?
I don't think so. Well, the quarrel stopped very suddenly, and then I heard the door open. So I looked out the window.
What was your friend doing during all this time?
Getting dressed. The quarrel scared him. He was putting his clothes back on.
Well, what did you see when you looked out the window?
A man. He was big. Well, not like you. He was broad and heavy, but over 6 feet tall.
Did he get into a car?
No. He walked very fast out to the street.
Did you see his face?
Yes, the side. Well, the profile. And he had a beard.
Oh, here's another one. Lev Bukharin, 6 feet 1 inch, 215 pounds, born in Kiev, immigrated here in 1969.
Okay. We'll see where he was Thursday night. See what we got.
We want to thank you, gentlemen, for agreeing to participate in this lineup. We appreciate your cooperation. Now, if you'd all face to the right. You face forward. Turn to your left. Thank you. Face forward. First man, would you step forward and state your name, please?
My name is Arkady Shishkov.
Thank you. Step back. Next man, step forward, please.
My name is Alex Turetsky.
Take your place. Next man.
My name is Leo Zukov.
You step back. Next man.
My name is Yurgi Medved.
Take your place. Last man.
My name is Jim Konchev.
I can't say yes when I'm not sure.
Miss Suhonen, it's okay. We don't want you to say anything that you're not sure of. But did one of them come closer than the others to the man you saw?
Well, yes, but I can't swear it was him. I just can't.
Okay. But off the record, Miss Suhonen, did one of them seem close? Like you'd identify him if the crime wasn't so serious?
Yes.
Which one?
The one who said his name was Leo Kuzov.
You mean Zukov, Leo Zukov?
Yes, Zukov. But I would never swear it was him. I couldn't. It wouldn't be right.
I have kept you waiting. I'm sorry. What do you want this time?
Well, we have some real good news for you. Our witness wouldn't ID him.
This information I already have. Why are you here?
Our witness is only 80% sure. That's why she won't make it official. You're still not off the hook with us yet.
Because I'm Russian? I'm anti-Soviet Russian, you know.
Look, Mr. Zukov, we don't care if you're Patagonian. Your alibi for last Friday night stinks. And your club, restaurant here does not make enough money to support your lifestyle.
Why do you come here? To try to frighten me?
Are you frightened?
I am this much frightened.
Oh, that much, huh?
Don't get careless, Mr. Zukov. We wouldn't want this to be too easy.
I'm right. You try to frighten me. So I tell you, if you accost me again, I call my lawyer. I call TV stations.
Well, I think you shouldn't call your lawyer. You're gonna need him.
Think it worked?
He's guilty, it did.
Elaine's pretty sure he's our guy. I think that's all we have left to go on, really.
Which one of us is going to Santa Clara, me or you?
You. I want to spend a little more time with Elaine. I'm not going to give up on her just yet. Hello?
Hey, are you hungry?
Where are you?
Still in Santa Clara. Should be in Burbank about, 9 o'clock.
What's on your mind?
Nothing's on my mind.
Yeah, I can believe that.
It's pretty original, McCall. Listen, I haven't had anything to eat since Moby Dick was a minnow, so why don't you meet me at Shea Mike about 9:20?
Hunter, I'm in my pajamas, and I have some wonderful cookies here looking at me.
Oh, you want to hear my story?
Did you find out anything, or can you just wait till tomorrow to tell me?
Why don't you show up at Shea Mike and bring your cookies?
This had better be good.
You made me change my clothes and drive all the way down here just so you could tell me you've got zip.
Well, it seems John Humphreys is right out of family circle. Lovely wife, about 40 years of age, 2 kids, one at Stanford, one in high school. It doesn't seem to be any reason at all he'd be out goofing around on her.
Yeah, then what was he doing down here at the Motel Exotica?
Well, you gotta admit that's kind of a nice little place for a secret rendezvous, isn't it?
I got a feeling the axe is going to fall.
Why? Look, Finn agrees that Zukov is our man, okay?
No, it's not Finn, it's Weiler I'm talking about. You know his motto. If you haven't solved a homicide in 72 hours, then chances are it'll never be solved. We've been on this for a week, you know?
Weiler's problem is he's not secure about the connection between Humphreys and Zukov.
What connection?
That's the connection we'll work on tomorrow. Uh-oh. You owe about $28, probably about 33 with tip.
Hello?
Yeah, McCall, I want you to go back to the restaurant. Don't go in. Meet me in the parking lot.
Hunter, I'm in bed. I don't want to get out of bed, all right?
I want you to put on exactly the same clothes you had on earlier. Now get there now.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
McCall, listen to my voice. Do exactly as I tell you.
Hunter?
I'll explain later.
I changed my underwear. I hope that's okay with you.
I'm gonna ask you to lie for me about something. But if somebody asks you to take an oath on it, I want you to tell it straight, you understand?
Oh, what are you talking about? What happened?
When I got home tonight, I found a dead body watching my television set.
Watching you. Anybody I know?
No, I never saw her before in my life. I think it's a frame-up.
Wait a minute, you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Whoa. Okay, so when we both go in, we're both surprised, is that it?
That's exactly right. Now, I went from the airport to the restaurant, from the restaurant to my house for a nightcap. That's when we discovered the body. Now, if it is a frame-up, it'll stop it dead. I'm telling you, there was a body in that chair.
Maybe she wasn't dead.
No, she was dead, all right. I checked. Maybe this is connected to the case we're working on.
How was she killed?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I didn't want to disturb the body.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
There's no blood. Maybe she was killed the same way John Humphreys was.
That would definitely tie it in.
You know, her arm was pinned into her side like this. Maybe to hide a wound, if there was a wound. Now look, I want to keep this quiet for 24 hours.
Yeah. You're my partner, big guy. That's fine with me, but what are you going to tell Eddie? Fingerprint Eddie? You got to go through this place like a sandblaster ASAP.
I'll throw a couple of things away till I was hit by a burglar.
Okay, that'll work.
Here. Take the key to my car. Come by tomorrow morning early and pick me up. I'm going to go through this place with a fine-tooth comb.
She didn't have any ID on her at all?
No, no ID. Just a black mole here on the left side of her breast.
She was naked?
No, she wasn't naked. She was fully clothed. The tag on her jacket, an insignia on it, fashioned in San Francisco by Mitchell Carroll.
What'd she look like?
Oh, beautiful. She was absolutely beautiful. She has a beautifully chiseled jawline, strong but feminine. She had big, beautiful eyes, blue eyes. No, the eyes are larger. Yeah, that's it. Spaced just right. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Bridge of her nose was, just draw a perfect nose. And she had a perfect nose. That's good. Sensual lips. Not so full, but finer. Cheekbones were high and wide. Her hair was blonde and long. Yeah, down past her shoulders like that, yeah. Right, there you go.
Does this really look like her?
Yeah.
Okay, what's her name?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope.
I now have heard everything. Hunter, I've been in this job for 23 years, and you know what? This is the first and only time I ever got a missing persons report with no name attached.
Mike, there's a first time for everything, right? Besides, now you can retire in peace.
Don't use that word, Hunter. I don't allow the word retire to be used in this office. I'm fighting them, you know. I got a lawyer. Hell, I got a team of lawyers. But don't change the subject. How'd you come up with an MP with no name? Who's looking for her?
I'm looking for her.
You are? Nobody else? Maybe you better fill me in.
No, I'd like to, Mike, but not right now. Just let me know if anybody comes across your desk that fits that description, will you?
I don't suppose you know how old she is.
Mid-20s.
Okay, Hunter, it's your secret. If anything comes in, I'll call you.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks a lot.
This is not cool, you know. Zukov is going to call the ACLU, the police commission, the Russian embassy, Captain Weiler.
This is our last shot at him, I promise you.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Talk to my lawyer. I have nothing to say to you. This is America, not Russia.
Why don't you tell me all about her, huh?
If you wish to question me about something, anything, you will do so through my attorney.
No comment, huh?
To you, I have no comment on anything. If you ask me time of day, I refer you to my attorney.
Well, you know, there's all kinds of ways of getting information. I think we got what we came for.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Zukov.
Well, looks like we picked up a tail here.
Well, let's find out who he is.
We got him now. This road dead ends at the L.A. River.
Well, he sure doesn't seem to know that.
He will.
Hunter, he doesn't know what's up there. Pull up.
The license number?
Yeah. I'll bet you $10 the plates are stolen.
You know, why is it all of a sudden I get the feeling we're in the big time here?
Take your filthy fingers off me!
Well, you just remember who gave you those strips, honey.
Don't you honey me, you pig! You never gave me anything! I earned this stuff! All you know how to do is take!
I take back my clothes and you ain't nothing.
Oh, yeah? You can have them!
Whoa, woman!
How does this guy sucking
Oh,
my
wait!
blood?
Relax. Don't you think you guys are in enough trouble as it is? That's okay.
Hey, what have you guys been up to?
Now what?
A delegation from Washington just trooped in, looking for both of you.
Well, like I said, McCall, this thing's bigger than the both of us.
We seem to be working on very little information.
We're not getting it.
Come in. Mr. Broder, Mr. Wilkes, and Mr. Watterson. This is Sergeants Hunter and McCall.
Hi, fellas. Sergeant.
We seem to have common interest in a certain Russian defector by the name of Leo Zukov.
Are you fellows with the FBI?
No.
Well, yes, we are working on a murder case, and Zukov is a suspect.
What makes him a suspect?
Well, a man was seen leaving the scene of a murder, and Zukov fits a description given to us by a witness.
Did that witness identify Mr. Zukov as that man?
Well, the witness said off the record that she thinks that was her man, yes. What agency are you with again, Mr. Watterson?
You can contact Mr. Broder through the U.S. Attorney here in L.A. Did your witness identify Zukov?
She didn't take an oath to it, no.
That's all you have?
Well, so far that's all we have, yeah.
The crime occurred between 10 and 11 p.m. Zukov said that he was in bed, alone, asleep. Do I have my facts straight?
Well, you got his facts straight, yeah.
You know, you seem determined to pin this on Leo Zukov. We happen to know that there is absolutely no connection at all between Zukov and this John Humphreys, the man who was murdered.
John Humphreys was the president of an electronics firm that made high-tech equipment.
That company has no defense contracts. Consequently, it has no national security significance. Now, what's your point?
Well, Mr. Watterson, around here, we try to gather up our facts first to decide what that point is.
Really? That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Now, we have no right and no intention of intervening in your investigation here. Now, Mr. Zukov is a Russian defector who is sympathetic to the United States. We'd like to feel that he's not being harassed because he's a Russian. We would also like to suggest that you lay off unless you have clear and plausible cause to approach him. Do you understand?
Mr. Watterson, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Seems to me like you have an awful lot of information that could be real helpful to us, do you?
No, I don't. And if I did...
I was about to ask the same question. Thank you, Sergeant.
Well, guy knows a whole lot that we don't.
Yeah, but he's not about to tell us either, so we can forget it.
Hunter, I've been looking for you. This guy just reported a missing woman that fits the description you gave me, right down to the mole on her chest.
Thanks, Mark. 3142 Park Terrace. Is that in Hollywood?
Brentwood.
Ralph Skinner?
Yeah?
This is Sergeant McCall. I'm Sergeant Hunter from Metropolitan Police.
I can't believe this. I mean, I can't believe you got here this fast. I mean, like in 10 seconds. You guys are fast.
We're public servants, right? Can we come in?
Yeah, sure.
So you reported a woman missing?
Yes, I did.
What's her name?
Allison Cavalli.
And what was your relationship to her?
Well, actually, I don't even know her. I mean, I do know her, but I've never met her.
Well, now, Ralph, how do you know she's missing?
Well, I just haven't seen her around for a while. You know, night or day. She lives right over there.
Well, is that her?
Whoever drew this is obviously madly in love with her.
You know, it's funny that you would say that. Why would you say that?
It's idealized. I mean, don't get me wrong. Allison is beautiful, but these features are all too perfect. They aren't real.
Yeah. You know, I think you're right. I think he's right.
Hey, Ralph, show us where she lives, okay?
Yeah. Just follow me. She moved in about 2 months ago. She'd come out onto her balcony every day and just stand there, looking beautiful and lonely and sad. And once in a while, she'd read a book or she'd look at the sky. Never talked to anyone. Never went down into the patio and never smiled. About 3 weeks ago, started taking pictures of her.
Wait a minute, you've got pictures of her?
Here they are.
Yeah, this is her, all right. Can I have this photograph?
Oh, hey, go ahead and keep it. I got the negatives right in there.
Did you check with anybody before you reported her missing?
Well, I checked with the manager, Mr. Nellian, and, Allison didn't tell her she was leaving.
I don't know why Ralph called you. Allison is young and single and pretty. Maybe she's in Aspen or Hawaii. When her rent is due, then I worry.
Does she have any friends that you know of?
No, she was new to Los Angeles. She kept to herself. Very quiet, very sweet.
Oh, she didn't work?
She took a lease for 1 year and paid first and last month. This is really all I know about her.
If you have her last known address before here, it would be very helpful.
Yes, it should be on her card.
You what?
Well, I left the body and then I went to pick up McCall.
You didn't call it in?
No.
Look, failure to report a crime is a violation of the law, not to mention Metro PD policy.
Well, Captain, he reported it to me, and I'm a member of the Metro PD.
Don't give me that. So you didn't call it in, then the body was stolen, and you didn't report that either. Am I getting this right?
Yes, you are, but what I did do is the following morning I reported to missing persons.
Missing persons? This is a homicide. Look, why the hell didn't you call me?
Captain, we wanted to get more information. Now we have more information, and here we are telling you about it.
And now we need some money to go to San Francisco.
San Francisco? But you were working on the Humphreys case.
Well, we are, but we think they might be the same case.
How do you figure?
Because of the body. There was no sign of strangulation. There was no bullet hole. There was no blood. Now, we think that she was stabbed the same way that Humphreys was. You gotta admit, that's a pretty big coincidence. We think that the reason she was in Hunter's house is because she knew he was working on that particular case.
But you don't know how she died?
No.
Well, he was leaving that for the coroner, Captain. He didn't know the body was going to disappear.
So Humphreys was from Santa Clara?
Yes, and Allison Cavalli's last known address was in San Francisco, which is 40 miles away.
Okay. Go to San Francisco. But if you do anything to get Watterson out here again, don't bother to come back.
Sergeant Billings?
Yeah.
How do you do? Sergeant Rick Hunter, LA Metropolitan Police Department. This is my partner, Sergeant McCall.
Hi. All right, what can I do for you?
Well, we're looking for this woman. The address on the back seems to be a phony one. The landlady never heard of it.
We think she lived in San Francisco despite the phony address.
Cavalli, it's an unusual name. It'll help. Where will you guys be in an hour?
Well, we haven't eaten since we got off the plane.
Tell you what, there's a place right across the street called McGinty's. I'll meet you there in an hour.
McGinty's?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Three minutes later than the last time we looked.
I just happen to think that, he's a good-looking guy.
So what makes you think he's single?
He's single. He is, I can tell. Look, married men are just, there's a difference. There is. He's single, I can tell. Can't you tell?
No, I can't tell. I'm not tuned into those vibes. The only vibes I get is that he might be a pretty good cop.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out.
Hey, how was the food?
Great.
Pretty good.
Good. Well, I found her.
What do you mean you found her?
She lives up on Telegraph Hill, Filbert Steps. It's an old artist colony about 10 minutes from here. I'm told she's there right now. If you'd like, I can give you a drive over.
Let's go.
Hey, Allison! Some people here to see you. These people want to talk to you, darling, but they're cops. So suit yourself.
You want to talk to me?
Could we talk to you down here, please?
Sure, why not?
You're all from the police?
Yes, we are. You Allison Cavalli?
Yes. What's wrong?
You know who she is?
What's happened to her?
Have you seen her before?
She's my best, closest friend. Christy Carlson. What's happened to her?
What do you say we sit down and get something to drink or something, huh?
How about over here? I'll make some coffee.
Then about 9 or 10 months ago, she told me she met a man. The man, as she put it, and he was going to change her whole unhappy life.
What was his name?
Well, that's what started me worrying. Christy got very secretive. She wouldn't tell me anything about him, not even his name. All her plans would be locked in, she said, in a year, 2 at the most.
I guess she meant dreams. She was always a beautiful dreamer. And one day I didn't hear from her. She lived 20 miles down the peninsula, but we talked every day. That's how we were. And when I couldn't reach her, I went down there.
Where'd she live?
In San Mateo. But she disappeared, packed a couple of bags, and vanished.
Did she have a job?
She was a freelance model like me. That's not a 9-to-5 occupation. No one knew where she'd gone. No one. I almost called in a missing person report, but she'd been so mysterious about the man, I thought I'd better not.
How long ago was that?
7 weeks ago. Now it's your turn. Why are you looking for her?
Well, about 7 weeks ago, she showed up in Los Angeles. About a week ago, she disappeared. A friend of hers, a next-door neighbor, reported her to missing persons.
But you came here looking for Allison Cavalli.
Well, she rented an apartment in L.A. under your name.
Why? Why would she do that? Was she hiding from somebody?
Well, we don't know that, Allison. Did she ever mention a man by the name of John Humphreys?
No.
Did she ever talk about going down to Santa Clara? Did she ever mention anyone who lived there?
No.
You said a while back that she was unhappy. Why do you think that is?
Well, she always wanted much, much more than she ever got. If she had ever gotten it, I'm not sure she... Look, I love her a lot. I hope you let me know when you find her.
Well, Jerry, I hope we get the opportunity to repay you for all your help.
It was my pleasure. The story on John Humphreys just made the news up here. I'll see what I can dig up on Christy Carlson.
Terrific. I appreciate that. Thanks very much.
Listen, if you're ever down our way, for business or pleasure, look us up, huh? We owe you one.
I'll do that, Sergeant.
Here. Office number's on the front and my home number's on the back.
Thanks.
Don't lose it, okay?
You know, Sergeant, every now and then I regret the fact that I'm gay. This is one of those times.
Well, Jerry, thanks very much. We talked to you.
Yeah.
Listen, Jerry, I meant what I said. If you ever do come down to L.A., you better call, all right?
I will. I really will. Thanks.
Bye.
Get your scummy hands off me! Don't you
Didn't have to be so rough. Hey, lady. We're all in the same business, honey. You just got a long-term contract. Hey, sucker! You assaulted me.
All I
You
was
are gonna
doing
hear
was
from my lawyer.
Can I work and go out for some fresh air?
Sergeant Hunter just called from the airport. They're going to be another half hour. Would you care to wait in my office?
I'd appreciate that.
Is he always like this?
No, it's just slow night.
This is double jeopardy. This is double jeopardy. Now, see, you're violating the law.
You're the criminals, not me.
You were driving a white Cadillac.
I was.
A stolen white Cadillac, right?
I stole that caddy last week, and you arrested me. Now, ain't that right?
Sure is, pal. And you stole it again today, and you got arrested again.
And that's double jeopardy. You are one ignorant hunker.
Sergeant.
Miss Humphreys, how you doing? This is my partner, Dee Dee McCall.
Hello. Hi. I came down here, Sergeant, because, well, I lied to you when we talked the other day in Santa Clara.
Really? About what?
Something that happened a few weeks ago. 2 men came to the house to see John. They talked in his study for about a half hour and then left. John wouldn't tell me who they were. He seemed very worried and upset. That's why I didn't mention it to you.
Did you know their names?
They didn't give me their names.
Did they have accents, maybe Russian?
Oh, no. They were right out of Middle America. Polite, conservatively dressed, soft-spoken, nice-looking.
Was one of them maybe 40s, 6'2", dark hair, the other one about 35, sandy, real stocky build?
Yes. You know them?
He came straight out and said there was no connection between her husband and Zukov.
Maybe you better invite him to lunch.
I think I'd have a better chance of getting one of them to go to lunch.
Could you stick around for a couple of days?
Certainly.
Your husband never mentioned Christy Carlson or an Allison Cavalli?
No.
And he wasn't seeing another woman?
I answered that the first time we talked.
Yeah, I know you did, but I didn't believe you. So I came back the next day to talk to you, but you'd already left town.
My daughter goes to Stanford. She had a problem. I drove to Palo Alto to see her. You sounded...
Is that one of them?
I only saw him once, and it was up close at my front door. I can't be sure.
Well, just take your time.
No, I want to see him. Look at him face to face.
What do you suggest?
The ribs are good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we meet again.
Sorry, I don't believe we have met.
Oh, yes. You and another gentleman called on my husband in Santa Clara about 2 months ago.
You must be mistaken, ma'am. I've never been in Santa Clara in my life.
You are a liar.
I beg your pardon?
I said you are a liar. Who are you? What did you have to do with my husband?
I'll have to ask that you two keep my identity to yourselves. You'll ignore that request at considerable risk. Good day, Sergeant. I'll be seeing you again, Hunter. Soon. Of that you can be damn sure. If you'll excuse me.
Are you sure now, Miss Humphreys? Are you certain that that's a man you saw at your home?
There's no question at all. That was him. Who is he?
Well, I might tell you who he is if you tell me just a little bit about Christy Carlson.
I just told you I don't know that name.
I think you're lying.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of anyone named Christy Carlson.
Okay. We'll play it that way. You do have the right to remain silent, you know.
Sounds very ominous.
We said we were going to drive you to the airport. I hope you'll still allow us to do that.
So you can ask me some more questions?
No, the questions are over, Miss Humphreys, believe me.
Do you intend to tell me who that man is?
No.
Are you all right? You want us to pull over?
You were right, Sergeant Hunter. John had been seeing Christy Carlson for almost a year. Just a day or two before those 2 men came, he told me about it. He told me she'd gone away and he wasn't going to see her again. He said it was the first time he'd ever been unfaithful to me. And I believe that's true.
You never saw her again, huh?
No. And she just disappeared. Ran away, I guess. So, who were those men? We made an agreement, Sergeant. You owe me this. Who were they?
Miss Humphreys, if I knew, I'd tell you, but I don't.
It's true. All we know is that they're part of the Washington intelligence establishments. We don't even know what agency.
I don't understand. They frightened John half out of his mind. I thought they were lawyers for that girl.
Did you ever meet her?
Certainly not.
So you didn't see her when you were in Los Angeles?
Oh, you are insane. Next, you'll be asking me if I killed her.
Well, did you?
L56, come in.
L56.
Got the morgue on the phone. Important.
Patch him through.
Hunter, it's Carlos. The body you've been looking for just came in.
You sure about that, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's her. But I think you're in for a big surprise, pal. Better get down here quick.
Where are you going?
Who's Christy Carlson? Oh, you mean Allison Cavalli?
I never shot a gun in my life.
She lied, didn't she?
And our friends here from Washington are deeply concerned.
This is the United States Coast Guard.
Did you have any luck finding Zukov?
Hey, this is Zukov. Is that his name?
Zukov is a KGB agent.
Kill him.
We had hard evidence.
You got no evidence.
What kind of evidence?
I'd like to see that evidence.
I want to go home and go to bed.
Works for me.
In part one of The Beautiful and the Dead.
I know something about that murder at the Motel Exotica. He had a Russian accent.
Did you see his face?
Yes.
Turn to your left.
Off the record, Miss Suhonen, did one of them seem close?
Yes, Zukov. But I would never swear it was him.
You're still not off the hook with us yet.
Because I'm Russian?
Look, Mr. Zukov, we don't care if you're Patagonian. Your alibi for last Friday night stinks.
When I got home tonight, I found a dead body watching my television set. I think it's a frame-up. I'm telling you, there was a body in that chair.
This is the first and only time I ever got a missing persons report with no name attached.
Why don't you tell me all about her, huh?
Well, looks like we picked up a tail here.
Well, let's find out who he is.
You know, why is it all of a sudden I get the feeling we're in the big time here?
A delegation from Washington just trooped in.
We seem to have common interest in a certain Russian defector by the name of Leo Zhukov. We would also like to suggest that you lay off, unless you have clear and plausible cause to approach him.
So you reported a woman missing?
Yes, I did.
What's her name?
Allison Cavalli. But you were working on the Humphreys case.
Well, we are, but we think they might be the same case.
But you don't know how she died.
No.
Well, he was leaving that for the coroner, Captain. He didn't know the body was going to disappear.
You Allison Cavalli?
Yes.
You know who she is?
She's my closest friend. Christy Carlson.
Well, she rented an apartment in L.A. under your name.
Why would she do that? Was she hiding from somebody?
I'll have to ask that you two keep my identity to yourselves.
Next, you'll be asking me if I killed her.
Well, did you?
Hunter, it's Carlos. The body you've been looking for just came in, but I think you're in for a big surprise, pal.
And now, part 2 of The Beautiful and the Dead.
Hunter, my man. Where is she? Where's my favorite little vixen?
She's outside, Carlos. Where's the body?
Is it her?
Yeah. Where'd they find her?
You live in the valley, right? Sherman Oaks?
Sherman Oaks, huh?
By accident, in the storm drain at Kemp and Ventura. They were looking for a lost dog.
What's the surprise you had to tell me?
Well, she wasn't killed like you said, pal.
How was she killed?
Old-fashioned shot in the back. .22 caliber bullet entered, went through her heart, ricocheted off her rib, ended up in her duodenum. Automatic weapon, probably with a silencer.
Was there any evidence that she was running at the time she was killed?
For subtle and totally unreliable information of that kind, I refer you to the M.E., who is not in at this point in time.
Well, this is a surprise that she was shot. I need that bullet.
The M.E. sent it to the lab with, at my suggestion, your name on the tag.
Okay, good. Appreciate it. Thanks. So, what do we got here?
She called a cab.
You get to the airport faster riding with us.
I know, but the cab driver won't accuse me of murder.
Was it Christy Carlson?
Yes, it was.
She's dead.
Yes, she is. Shot right in the back with a .22 caliber handgun.
I never shot a gun in my life. Not even at a tin can.
Miss Humphreys, it's always the first time, isn't there?
All three of you?
Just me, the airport.
Unless you've decided I can't leave the jurisdiction. That is the word, isn't it?
Well, you can pretty much do what you want, Miss Humphreys.
But I'm still a suspect.
A suspect is somebody with motive, opportunity, and a lousy alibi. You're a suspect.
Call my daughter. She'll tell you I was in Palo Alto that day, all day with her.
I'm sure she will, Miss Humphreys. Driver, on the way to the airport, accuse her of murder a couple times, will you?
Hunter, Mike Harrison's been looking for you guys like crazy. He went back to his office.
Hold on. Mike, Hunter. Really? Okay, we'll get over there right away. Thanks, Mike. Well, it seems as though Ralph called Big Mike. He's got something he wants to show us, but he doesn't want to talk to us over the phone about it. Come on.
What is it?
Sergeant McCall, Sergeant Hunter.
I've been trying to locate you two. I've tried everywhere. I even tried missing persons up in San Francisco. I found out you guys are homicide detectives. I'm a little scared. Now I've got something to show you. Just sit down. Take a look at that. Now, I hadn't developed that one yet when I saw you the first time.
Picture of Christie, so what?
It's more the same, Ralph.
Take a closer look. Here, look at it under the light.
Well, that's a picture of Zukov.
Sure is.
Maybe this will help. I blew up just that part of the shot.
This is a little bit better shot. Can I take this?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, I got the negative. Who is, Zukov?
How long ago was this photograph taken, Ralph?
That was, well, the last time I saw her.
It's probably the day she died.
What?
It was probably taken on the day she disappeared.
Thanks, Ralph.
He's in there. Their lips are saying no, but their eyes are saying yes.
Doesn't make any difference, McCall. Tomorrow we get the troops in here and get a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah, what about that hard-nosed jerk from Washington that warned us to lay off, huh?
Yeah, he's a jerk, all right, but he's got his job, and we've got ours. As far as I'm concerned, the Zukov character is a loose warhead. It's late. I can take you home. You need some sleep.
So do you, big guy.
Come on.
Sergeant Hunter? Harvey, quick, call an ambulance!
How you feeling, Hunter?
I'm all right, Gene.
How many fingers?
Are you kidding?
Well, how many fingers?
Let's see. I think there's about 3 of them there. Yeah, 3. I'll go with 3.
I do not believe you make only one print. Where are others?
I swear, I only made 1 of each. Why would I make more than 1?
But you did. And I know it.
I didn't. Please, you've got the negative. That's all I've got.
Take 2 of these every 4 hours.
Excuse me. Were you in your jammies when they called?
Yeah, I was in my I got dressed again. Are you all right? What happened?
I'm fine. Get in. You're driving.
Oh, you gonna take those aspirin without any water?
Yeah. This is L56. Send a couple black and whites over to 3142 Park Terrace in Brentwood. Run a code 3. McCall and I are en route. L56 out. 3 guys that jumped me took the picture. We gotta roll.
Tell me.
He's telling the truth. Kill him.
انت بعد حساب نقالك انت جزيل ايوه نقاتيبه ونيم شتلاف got the photographs.
I am not Armenian, and I would prefer you speak Russian or English when I'm present.
You will go back to your place and wait. You'll be picked up within the hour.
What do you mean, picked up?
I have arranged for you to return back home.
But why? Everything settled. This was merely a police case. Now is finished.
You are to return home tonight. Before you make another mistake and expose me as well.
Did you send for an Emmy?
Yes, sir. He should be here any moment.
They got the negative. The whole room's trashed.
Hiya, Barney.
Now, what do we got this time?
I don't know. Take a look.
Looks like he was killed the same way that John Humphreys was.
Yeah? Same spot?
Yeah, same place. Probably the same stiletto blade.
What is it? What's happening?
It's okay. Did you hear anybody, Mr. Lillian?
No. Nothing.
Did you see anybody? Did you see anybody new that you haven't seen before? Anyone at all?
Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's get out of here.
You know, we're going to have to get a search warrant if we're going after Zukov.
Gotta find out where he is first.
Look, I don't care what you got to do. I want a warrant issued for Zhukov's arrest, suspicion of murder. Now get with it. L56 out.
You know, the Greater Russian Social Club's gonna be locked up tight at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I hope so. Pull over here. Cut your lights. Zhukov's got to be in that limousine.
You want to call for backup?
No, not yet. I want to see where he's going first. What do we got here?
You're gonna check us out.
Just play it straight. L56. Send the paramedic in the backup to the corners of Midvale and Pico. There's been a car crash. Arrest the occupants. L56 out. L56, we're in pursuit of a black stretch limousine headed west on Pico Boulevard, just west of Archer. Request a backup, code 3. L56 out.
Limo, Hunter.
You gotta be headed for Coast Highway.
All right, what do you want to do? Go north or south?
Go north. This is L56. Contact West LA Dispatch. There's a black and white headed west on Pico Boulevard. We want their unit designation.
10-4. L56, that unit is 17 Adam 32.
Have them switch to frequency 17, please.
10-4.
17A32, come in.
This is 17 Adam 32.
This is L56. We're turning north on Pacific Coast Highway. We're looking for a black stretch limousine. We'd like you to go south. If you find it, call us, but do not overtake. Copy?
10-4.
There it is.
counted 4. How about you?
Yeah, and I swear one of them was Zukov.
Yeah.
Broder, Hunter.
What the hell? What time is it?
Well, it's 4 a.m. and there's trouble in River City, pal.
What? Hunter, how did you get this number?
I'm a detective, remember? Listen, I think you got a problem here. A boat just left Malibu, and I think Zukov was on it.
If he is, you're the one with the problem. Now get the hell off the phone. I gotta call the Coast Guard.
I've already done that, Broder. Now, if you want to talk to me more about this problem, I'll be in my office. Good night.
Hunter.
He's sitting at your desk.
I hate that more than anything.
Any word from the Coast Guard?
Why is it everybody dumps on my desk? Nobody ever dumps on your desk. Why is that? What?
I said, is there any word from the Coast Guard?
No. No word. Did you have any luck finding Zukov?
No, he's gone. What scared him? Why did he run?
He ran because we found a hard, solid piece of evidence that could have put him away from murder.
Yeah, and he took it with him.
What kind of evidence?
Photograph showing him in the apartment of Christy Carlson, probably taken on the day she was murdered.
You see, Zukov sent over a couple of muscle brains to rough me up and take the photograph, which they did. He also got the negative by killing Ralph, the photographer. He stabbed him exactly the same way he stabbed John Humphreys.
You got any coffee in this place?
Yeah, right over there.
A little privacy.
Right back there.
Right there. Christy Carlson. Who is she?
What about Allison Cavalli?
No. My partner and I were sent to Santa Clara because Humphreys called the U.S. Attorney's office, and they called us. That was around the time there was a whole slew of arrests being made for espionage. And those people were eyeballing the death penalty. And Humphreys, well, he sounded scared. Someone trying to make a deal. Way out of some big trouble. But when we got there, he did a switch. Gave us some phony song and dance. We couldn't turn him around.
Well, I thought you said he had no connection with Zukov.
I'm not allowed to discuss Zukov with you or anyone else outside of my agency.
Oh, what agency was that?
You can't talk about Zukov because he's a spy, right? He buys high-tech secrets, prototypes, that sort of thing.
You two better pray to God you can show strong cause for leaning on Zukov. Especially after you were given fair warning to knock it off. Because if you can't, you and your immediate superiors are in deep, deep squat.
Let's see now. It went like this, right? Zukov is a KGB agent. You knew that. But he didn't know that you knew it. Is that right?
If you would have told us that Zukov was KGB, we would have stayed clear. But you told us that he was a friendly defector.
And I'm not telling you anything different now. This KGB crap, that's your scenario.
Are we on the same side here, Broder?
We're not even on the same planet. And let me tell you something else.
If Zukov was KGB and he didn't know that we knew, that'd be pure gold. And scaring him into taking a powder would put you two on the wrong side. Thanks for the coffee. You better pray to God you can get another copy of that photograph. It sounds like the only hard evidence you two, sports have had.
I want to go home and go to bed.
I know the answer.
What answer?
Allison Cavalli. Want to hear it?
On the way home in a car.
Remember what Allison Cavalli told us about Christy and her man, that in a year or two, all her plans would be locked in. You remember that?
Yeah, so you think that she knew what Humphreys was up to?
I know about it. She was involved in it. She knew Zukov. She had to. When Humphreys got scared, she got scared, and that's when she ran to Zukov.
Okay, then why would she do that?
To get her plans back on track, you know what I'm saying? And it worked, didn't it? Because Zukov upped the ante or something and kept Humphreys right in line, at least long enough for Zukov to get him down here till he could take him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
L56, we have the Coast Guard on the line.
Patch him through.
I knew you'd say that.
All right. Turn all three of them and their boat over to the U.S. Marshal. 3 men are refusing to answer any questions until their attorney gets here. So we can't talk to them now.
Well, that figures. Do they have papers?
Well, they claim to be U.S. citizens. Maybe they are. If Zukov, is that his name?
Yeah.
If he doesn't wash up on one of our beaches, they won't be able to hold him. And the chances of you finding any fingerprints on that boat are pretty slim.
A boat like that can do over 90 knots, can it?
That's right.
Is there any reports of Russian ships in the area?
3 notifications today of special interest vessels on their way out of port.
You got a secure phone I could use in private?
Yeah, sure. They could have rendezvoused with any one of those vessels. The tanks were down to vapor when we picked them up.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Sure. Good luck.
What are you doing?
We're not taking any calls, and you're taking me home.
Why? You've been sleeping all day.
Look, I need some sleep, okay? Take me home. That jerk from Washington's gonna hassle us tomorrow, and unless I get some sleep, I'm gonna punch him out.
Ooh, feisty, huh? Little Banny Rooster. Hey, listen, it seems that you're so feisty. How about you and I checking into the Hotel Exotica? I got a trunk full of apparatus back there. What do you say?
Oh, wonderful. That sounds great. Let's time out on that, though, okay? Let's do it some other time. I need to go home and sleep in my own bed. Disconnect the phone.
If you want to have a boring night's sleep, that's up to you.
That's what I want. Thank you very much. Hotel Exotica.
And our friends here from Washington are deeply concerned. And should their concerns prove legitimate, the chief has authorized me to launch a full investigation into your handling of this case and the conduct of these 3 officers in the matter of Leo Zukov.
Yeah, well, we'd just like to have a little light shed on what these concerns are.
Only a few days ago, in this office, I asked you, Captain, I asked you, Sergeant Hunter, and you, Sergeant McCall, to go easy on Leo Zukov. To lay off were my exact words, unless you had clear and supportable cause. Am I correct in that?
We had cause for everything that we did.
Oh, you have further information, evidence? Other than the opinion of a witness who refused to confirm that evidence under oath?
We had hard evidence linking Zukov with Christy Carlson.
I'd like to see that evidence.
Well, so would I, but as you know, I lost it.
So, in other words, as far as we know, that evidence never really existed, did it?
Look, Hunter got attacked outside his own home by 3 professionals, and the evidence was taken. At the same time that was going down, the photographer was
was killed. And that was probably by Zukov, and he got the damn negative, all right?
You got no evidence. Isn't that the bottom line?
It looks pretty bad, yeah.
Mr. Watterson, what's really going on here?
Let me give you a damage report, folks. Leo Zukov was a KGB agent who didn't know we had him online. A vital, second-level agent who was about to lead us to his top-level superior at any moment. Until you two fatally impacted our case action.
Anything to add, Captain?
Yeah. First of all, Lieutenant Finn was in no way involved in this case. And secondly, Sergeants Hunter and McCall were operating at all times under my instructions.
You're excused, Lieutenant. You too, Sergeants.
Well, just a second, you two. I got a couple questions I want to ask you on this. Not right now, Ambrose. We got a lot of things to do, and number one is to push this case right down Watterson's throat, isn't that right? Come on.
Where are we going?
Let me ask you a question. How did Zukov know that I had that photograph? He had to have been at Ralph's apartment, right? Now, just perhaps, maybe, one of those airheads at the pool saw something. What do you think about that?
I think it's worth checking out. You know, it's wonderful what a couple hours sleep will do.
Yep, it makes you whole. So what's the big deal?
Zukov wasn't there.
What do you mean Zukov wasn't there?
When we went to see Ralph, the night he gave us those pictures?
Yeah.
I saw somebody watching us as we came in. It wasn't Zukov, it was the manager.
Miss Danilian?
She watched us go up those stairs. Now, you remember the night we went back after Ralph was killed?
Yeah.
We asked her specifically, did you hear anything? Did you see anyone? Remember what she said?
Yeah, she said she hadn't seen or heard anybody. But in fact, she had. She had seen us.
That's right.
She lied, didn't she? You know, you ought to be a detective.
Yeah, that's what my mom always said.
Well, I think it's about time we get ourselves a warrant for Miss Danilian.
I agree. Specifying what?
122 caliber hand pistol with a sound suppressor. You know, I knew Zukov didn't kill Christy Carlson. Wrong weapon.
May I help you?
Yeah, we'd like to talk with you.
Certainly. What is it?
Well, you do remember us, don't you?
Of course, you are with the police. May I ask what you wish to talk to me about? Poor Mr. Skinner, perhaps.
Well, perhaps.
Can we talk about it out here?
No, I'm afraid we can't.
I do not understand why not.
Oh, well, maybe this will explain why.
It says here the only thing you're searching for is a .22 caliber handgun. I do not have such a thing.
Oh, well, then we can go inside and take a look and be sure of that, right?
I wish first to talk to my attorney.
Good, let's go in. Oh, Mr. Nillian, hold the phone. We'll make our search. If we find the gun, you'll be arrested. Then you can make your phone call. Thank you.
Go ahead. Look for a gun. You will not find one.
Yeah, Sergeant Rick Hunter. Send over a paramedic, a black and white, and an ME to 3142 Park Terrace, Brentwood, code 3. Thanks.
I want to make a phone call.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Tell me about Christy Carlson. Why did you remove her body from my house? Didn't you think anybody would find her? Doesn't make any difference. The bullet that killed her came from this gun. We'll be able to prove that thanks to you.
I wish to make a phone call.
We're going to turn you over to a fellow from Washington, D.C. Very unpleasant fellow. The phone call will be up to him.
You're not going to like him much, Mrs. Donnellian, but he's going to love you.
Ambrose, Hunter, do me a favor, will you? Get a hold of Captain Waller. Have him find out where Watterson is. I've got something very special he might be interested in. Thanks.
Jerry, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Coming and going.
Going, and I'm late. I gotta get back to the airport. I got 40 minutes to catch a plane.
Well, I don't think you have to rush. There is a flight to San Francisco every hour,
I
isn't
know,
it?
but I gotta get back. Listen, I left a letter with Lieutenant Finn for you guys. Does the name Ralph Skinner mean anything to you?
Yeah, did he write you a letter?
No, it's addressed to you, marked important confidential. Somehow it found its way to me.
Well, was it important?
Well, it better be. Lunch your fare's $89. I'm kidding, but I didn't open the letter.
Did the envelope seem to have a photograph inside?
Yeah, that's why I decided to bring it down instead of mail it to you.
Jerry, it's going to help us out a lot. Thank you.
Well, good, good.
Sure is. You sure we can't talk you into staying for dinner?
Tell you what, I got 10 days coming next month. I'll take you up on a den, okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Have a good flight.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Will do.
Bye.
And thank you.
You got it.
That thing doesn't make one damn bit of difference. The loss of Zukov was avoidable. It should have been avoided.
There's more, Mr. Watterson. Colonel Donnellian, KGB. We arrested her on first-degree murder. She was Zukov's boss, the one you guys couldn't find.
I don't see anything here about KGB or anything about Zukov.
Well, that's just the way the arrest report reads. Actually, she thought she could get a better deal by declaring her Soviet citizenship, and she called the Soviet embassy, and there are a couple of lawyers on their way here now from the embassy.
Well, it's, is this woman in custody here now?
Yes, we have her downstairs.
I want to see her.
You don't mind if Captain Weiler and I go along?
No.
Well, I guess we can finally put this one to rest, huh? Go back to our ordinary run-of-the-mill business of mayhem and murder.
You know what? There's still something I don't get here.
What's that?
Right, we know that Zukov killed John Humphreys and Ralph Skinner.
Right.
And we know that Colonel Denalian killed Allison Cavalli.
Mm-hmm.
So who was the guy that followed us back from Zukov's? You know, the guy who took his car over the L.A. River. What? Who was that?
Come on.
What?
Don't you know who that was?
No, I don't know who that was. Who was that?
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Who was that? Who?
I don't know.